Well, coming up this hour on
Plus, a man has been charged with first-degree murder after a body was found in the Tri-Cities this weekend.
Home of Tennessee's best newscast. This is News Channel 11 This Morning.
Well, good morning, everyone. It is straight up 5 a.m. now on our middle of the week Wednesday. The weekend's in our sights, but it's pretty far in the distance still, Sydney.
I'm not rushing to get there just because the weather is so nice. We're taking a live look at Johnson City this morning. A couple of cars out there on the road, and we are in store for another beautiful day.
Yeah, you kind of have to embrace the work week when it's this nice, right? Yeah. Thanks for waking up with us here on ABC Tri-Cities and News Channel 11. I'm Amy Lynn.
And I'm Sydney Cameron. First this morning, we're going to send things over to meteorologist Jeremy Eisenzoff because he is talking about a possible shower or two today.
Better be prepared, Jeremy.
Yeah, but don't get too excited about it, okay? Storms returning over the weekend in just a couple of minutes.
We'll be so exhausted, we'll need the weekend, you know, to get a little rest in after this beautiful week.
The rain can come then.
Yeah.
Thanks, Jeremy. Time now is 5:02, and a man has been charged with first-degree murder after he was linked to a body that was discovered in Washington County, Tennessee.
And that body was identified.
Yesterday, Sheriff Ed Graybill announced that 32-year-old Aaron Story has been charged with Connolly's murder.
And according to Sheriff,
an East Tennessee murder suspect is in jail this morning after police found him hiding in a relative's home. Daniel Peters was added to the TBI's top 10 most wanted list earlier this week for allegedly stabbing a man to death. Bean Station police are planning to charge Peters with first-degree murder.
A baby.
Tomorrow in Sullivan County, the Board of Education and the County Commission will meet to discuss a more than $18 million shortfall in school funding. School Board Chairman Michael Hughes says the commission is wrongly distributing money between Sullivan County, Kingsport, Bristol, and Johnson City, resulting in that shortfall. This all has to do with the $140 million bond agreement for a major city and county school facilities plan. Again, the Board of Education is set to meet with the County Commission tomorrow afternoon.
New this morning, a popular family attraction in the Tri-Cities is now back open after moving to a brand new location.
Everyone's so excited about this. Hands-On Regional Museum is now open as Hands-On Discovery Center at the Gray Fossil site, and Allie Hines is here to give us an inside look.
Yeah, good morning, Sydney and Amy. Some last-minute adjustments, but as of now, they are open at that Gray Fossil site, and their grand opening, the official grand opening, is next week, June 14th.
Sounds like so much fun. Looking at the video, I'm like, I want to do that, I want to do this. But you did say that the grocery store isn't there anymore, right?
So some of the old favorites are retired, but we'll be talking about that here coming up, just kind of how they've balanced the old favorites with some of the new exhibits. And really the focus now is a lot more on the STEM education, so science, technology education, or engineering and math. So we'll talk about that a little later. But there's still things for the little ones. We'll talk about that too. I know both of you have little ones, so that's a big concern here.
Little ones do. But STEM, very important.
Yeah. And now I think older kids that used to go with their younger siblings and were like, okay, yeah, we've done this.
Let me go.
We'll have something brand new and so many different activities I was seeing. So now you can really incorporate all the different age levels.
Yeah, we'll talk about a lot of that coming up.
All right. Can you tell we're excited?
Oh, yeah.
She's like, yeah, okay, we're going to get to that.
I love it.
All right, thanks, Allie.
Thanks.
Well, a sad week for many.
A man was seen kneeling during the national anthem at President Donald Trump's Celebration of America event at the White House yesterday. The man's identity is unclear. President Trump held the event instead of hosting the Super Bowl celebration at the White House for the Philadelphia Eagles. He said he canceled the team's visit partly over the controversial protests during the national anthem at NFL games. President Trump is asking an appeals court to restore his power to block people on Twitter. Last month, a federal judge ruled blocking people from the real Donald Trump account violates the First Amendment. President Trump's attorney did not list grounds for the appeal in their paperwork filed with the court. The president has unblocked the 7 plaintiffs who filed the lawsuit.
Hi, I'm Kate Spade.
Virginia drivers, if you plan on heading out to I-81 this morning, we have an alert for you. State officials want to hear your safety and congestion concerns. A public meeting is set for this afternoon in Abingdon. It starts at 4 o'clock in the Southwest Virginia Higher Education Center.
Well, if you live in Carter.
Coming up next, I am tracking your right now news. A shooting in Texas turned deadly yesterday. Find out the cause of the officer-involved shooting when we come back.
Right Now News, brought to you by Toyota.
Turning now to your right now news, an immigration sting in Ohio has led to over 100 arrests. 2 locations were raided yesterday as part of a year-and-a-half-long investigation. Authorities say they arrested a total of 114 people. They also recovered stolen IDs and social security numbers of deceased people. ICE agents say they expect to file criminal charges, including tax evasion and identity theft. Some of the people arrested may end up deported or in jail. In Texas, an officer-involved shooting turned deadly yesterday after a man pointed a gun at himself and then at officers. It happened in a parking lot where officers encountered 55-year-old Abel Guzman. Guzman had allegedly been shooting the gun before police arrived. After pointing the gun at his own head, he then pointed it at police, prompting officers to shoot. No other injuries were reported.
Now, Storm Team 11 meteorologist.
Storms.
So excited about the month of June. I just think it's one of the best months of the whole year. You have everything to look forward to. The weather just warming up and so nice.
And you know, when it's sunny outside, I honestly get more positive about life.
Absolutely.
I can conquer any and everything.
There's more spring in our step.
Yeah.
Everybody's happy.
It's the summer step,
stuff.
summer step, summer spring step. It is.
I don't know. Something like that.
Something like that. Thanks, Jeremy.
Well, with the weather so nice today and the fact that it is National Running Day, might be the perfect opportunity to spend the evening outside.
Yeah, and there's actually an event this evening that might help you do just that. The Downtown Mile is being presented by the Goose Chase. It's happening in downtown Johnson City with 3 separate races. The Kids Run begins at 7, the Open Race at 7:30, and the Elite Race at 8. An award ceremony will be held at Yeehaw Brewery.
Making the night complete, right? Well, yesterday, citizens from 8 different states went to the polls to vote in their primary elections.
And their decisions could impact our national government. We'll tell you how when we come back with today's headlines from across America.
It's 5:22 on a Wednesday.
Coming up, E. coli is being seen more in East Tennessee. We will tell you what health officials are saying. Plus, Jeremy gives us another look at our forecast. Time now is 5:26. News Channel 11 and ABC Tri-Cities this morning. We'll be right back. The dates for this year's tax-free weekend in Tennessee and Virginia have been announced. We will tell you when they are coming up.
Also, health officials.
The home of Tennessee's best newscast. This is News Channel 11 this morning.
Welcome back to News Channel 11 and ABC Tri-Cities on this beautiful Wednesday morning.
5:30 is the favorite time of the day because that's when the sun is coming up. You see that beautiful sunrise as you take a live look at Exit 7 in Bristol as we continue our morning.
And just in time for the summer, Hands-On Discovery Center now open at the Gray Fossil site.
Allie Hines joins us with how the new center is balancing some of the old favorites with some of the new attractions.
Sydney, Amy.
And you said they were pretty strategic in that too, kind of putting them together so you've got something to entertain both age groups.
Yeah, definitely. And I'll admit that when photographer Ted Noverbay and I were shooting this yesterday, we had a little too much fun. And we were like, this really is geared toward adults. We were like, we got to get our work done and video this. So
yeah.
We're having fun. So it really is. And then there's like stations for little kids throughout so that, you know, some of the more educational activities, there's some little dress up things for little ones and on the side so that if you're a mom and you have a little one and a big kid, you can have them all right there at one place.
We talked about focusing on STEM. I love that because that is where the future is going. So a little bit of something for everyone, hopefully to help balance out your 2-year-old and your 14-year-old.
I mean, that's perfect. Absolutely. And as they're growing, to be able to be interested in something like this, it just builds it naturally. Was it the light bright? Is that what pulled you in?
No, it was actually a game that we didn't even show, but it was kind of a game where you roll this ball down and hit a hole, and anyway, it was like mini golf.
Oh,
so
fun.
Lots of things to do.
Looking forward to it.
Thanks, Allie. Time now is 5:32 and local health officials are warning of the possible consequences of drinking raw milk after 4 children went to the hospital to be treated for E. coli.
Yeah, doctors at East Tennessee Children's Hospital say they've now treated close to 10 children for E. coli in the last 10 days, saying it's the largest outbreak they've seen in the last 30 years.
The Knox County Health Department believes the calls might stem from a dairy farm in Mascot, Tennessee. Health officials say to prevent infection, make sure your family is using safe dairy. Johnson City Police are looking for this man right here, Claude Fegans. He is wanted in connection to stealing tools from Home Depot and Lowe's in Johnson City, Kingsport, and Knoxville. Johnson City Police say Fegans was last seen driving a Ford F-150 truck, but he's also been seen using a black Kia Soul. If you have any information about him, call Crime Stoppers. That number is right there on your screen. Crews have now begun resurfacing work on I-26. The Tennessee Department of Transportation says the project will stretch from exit 17 at Boones Creek to just past exit 24. That's the Elizabethton exit. Crews were up working last night and could be continuing later this morning. Work will be done between 7 p.m. and 6 a.m. If you are traveling, be prepared for road delays. TDOT estimates the project will be finished by September 30th.
Well, get 2 weekends. Maybe you can double dip a little bit.
Get our lists ready.
I know, hard to talk about going back to school when they're just getting out,
finished.
but it'll be here before we know it.
Yeah, but here's something that we can talk about, the great weather today. It's been like that all week long, and things are going to continue. And for our look at that, let's head over to meteorologist Jeremy Eisenzoff.
And I know you ladies are taking advantage of the beautiful weather during the afternoon and evening, and that stretch is going to continue. Very nice out.
Just so pleasant. The nice breeze that comes in, you're just, and the clear, the humidity is so low. It's perfect weather.
And the public pools are packed. Every time I'm driving home or driving back from swim lessons, I see so many kids at Legion Street Pool.
Taking advantage of that. I remember those summers hanging out at the pool. So much fun.
So carefree.
Yes, to be a kid again.
Yeah.
All right, thanks, Jeremy.
Time now 5:36, and it's time to take a look at traffic conditions along I-81 in Tennessee.
And on this Wednesday morning, we're going to start in everything looking good.
And that is the same for exit 7 in Bristol, Virginia. Still, not a lot of cars, but look at that gorgeous sunrise out there.
Prettiest part of the day. Well, some breakfast lovers will have to say goodbye to IHOP because the restaurant is getting a new name. I know! This is breaking news. Wait till you hear it, too.
International House of B? What is that? Okay, so we're going to tell you what some options might be for the new name when we come back with today's Consumer Watch.
Got you thinking, right?
Yeah.
Also, before we go, take a look at... Welcome back to our Consumer Watch. One company is hoping to alleviate some of the stress that comes with job hunting.
Megabus is looking to use its services to give free rides to people going to job interviews. Megabus is a coach bus service that includes internet service and other amenities.
And they are giving free rides to people who are looking for work outside of their city and have no other method of transportation.
The offer includes round-trip tickets and is good through June 15th. An added benefit, some trips will have career coaches on board. The closest Megabus location is in Chattanooga, but still, I mean, if you can get out to that area, it's pretty useful.
Great opportunity. Yeah. And here's something that everybody's going to be talking about. All day, breakfast lovers saying goodbye to IHOP and hello to IHOB.
Yeah, what does that mean? We really don't have a clue. The restaurant posted a tweet suggesting it is changing its name to IHOP. So the International House of Pancakes could become the International House of something else.
People online have suggested names such as Bacon, Biscuits, Breakfast, which might work. The change is supposed to take place Monday, so we're going to have to wait until next week. Social media geniuses over there at IHOP.
You know, I think the most logical answer is breakfast.
Yeah.
The only clue comes from the company's executive director of communications, who says the name will reflect the quality of the food.
So that would mean that International House of Deliciousness. They're going to combine breakfast and delicious, and it's delicious.
There we go. I like that. Let's start that trending on Twitter.
Should we try?
Delicious.
I've been all over social media this morning trying to figure out more information on this. I'm absolutely stumped. The quality thing threw me. I would have said breakfast too.
The International House of Bestis?
Bestest?
Deliciousness is the best.
Jeremy, do you have any ideas? They're flipping the P to a B. What could it be?
I would go with breakfast. That's
Right Now News, brought to you by Toyota.
Taking a look at your headlines, Casey Anthony could be heading back to court. Roy Kronk, the utility worker who found the body of Casey's 2-year-old daughter Kaylee in the woods in Florida, has filed a motion in his civil suit against Anthony. He is accusing Anthony of trying to implicate him in Kaylee's death, for which Anthony was found not guilty. In Georgia, a stolen car ended up dangling off the side of a retaining wall after a police chase. Take a look at this. The driver crashed on I-20 in Atlanta Tuesday afternoon. The crash caused some traffic delays as police had to block a ramp to remove the car from the fence and retaining wall.
Now,
A lot more heat, a lot more humidity, but just about as perfect as it can be this time of the year.
And today's like our bonus day.
Yeah, just another reason to jump in the pool when the humidity is high.
Very true.
Yeah.
Got to cool off at those splash pads and
Yeah.
pools and fun things. Thanks, Jeremy.
Well, some Hollywood stars tried and broke a world record yesterday.
And they succeeded with great lengths. Back now with some guaranteed good news. A group in Texas broke a world record while some Hollywood stars promoted their movie.
Jeremy Renner, Ed Helms, and other stars from the upcoming movie Tag were at Six Flags Over Texas to promote the film. Naturally, while they were there, they got some folks to play with them with their freeze tag game.
So fun. 660 people actually participated in the freeze tag event, led them to break the world record. And the old record, by the way, only 30 people. I could have broke that in my own neighborhood.
Yeah, we could have done that.
Oh man, if we would have only known.
I know. Now we have to break 660. Could you
Yeah.
imagine trying to keep track of all of those people?
No, they would be unfroze as soon as I froze them, and it would be a nightmare to be the one that was it.
And trying to count all of them? I mean,
You're gonna be it for a long time. Jeremy, no freezing in the Tri-Cities today. Looking forward to that.
Now, Storm Team 11 Meteor